morning. This is going to be your spooky season reading. So in today's video, what we're going to do is connect with a spirit guide who is helping you at this time, who wants to come through, who wants to communicate with you. So we're going to take a look at who this is or what this is, and then go into your current situation to get a sense of how they're helping you and what they want you to focus on at this time that'll best help you maneuver through this current situation that you're in. And then we'll get some more messages from them and pull some fun oracle cards just to see how you can work with the spooky season energy, right? From a witchcraft or intention work perspective, and see what comes through there. So it's a little bit of a different reading. I just wanted to do these for everyone in light of Halloween and Samhain. So let's get started and see what's up with you guys. So which spirit is coming through for the Leo today? Take a deep breath, get comfortable. Let's get to know this guide. What is their form? How do they come through? How do they communicate with you? How do you know that they're there? Do you even know that they're there? Which spirit guide is coming through for the Leo at this time, please? For the Leo group that I'm picking up on today. Leo, Leo, Leo. One card for this spirit, please. Oh. All right. 8 of Swords. Nice. All right, so right off the bat, obviously with this card, I do think that this spirit comes through in moments of stress, in moments where you feel like you just cannot get a win, or you cannot, like you don't have a breakthrough, like you need good news, you need something to show you that you're on the right path, where you need hope. Times where maybe your mind is blocking you from achieving things or feeling worthy, feeling good about yourself. And I think that this spirit, in those moments, they come down. They come down and try their best to meet you in the physical and to meet you where you're at. The Leo group that I'm picking up on today is going through moments of transformation and shedding skin. Okay, an elevation of power that I don't think you've experienced in this lifetime yet. All right, there is an ascension that I'm picking up on here, and I think that the spirit guide is walking you toward that ascension. But they definitely have come from a very far place, whether that's literally like other planets or solar systems, or that's like energetic and frequency, like a higher dimension. It feels like they have to come down to more of this 3D, 4D plane in order to really meet you where you're at and help you through these moments. But their presence is grand. It's like bigger in other dimensions or in other parts of the universe, basically. Okay, so however your belief system is when it comes to spirit guides and energy work and all of that, you'll feel what I'm trying to say as far as like who or what energy this spirit is. It feels very galactic. It doesn't feel as though it's necessarily like so physical or here on like they were on this plane. It feels like they come from somewhere else. They are not earthly. Okay. And there's a reclaiming of power that I'm feeling, that this spirit guide is trying to hold your hand through, trying to guide you through. A reclaiming of your power. And so this makes me feel like maybe you've lost your power, or you feel like there's no way out of a current situation. And I do think that they try to push you and help you realize that you can get out of this situation, that you're bigger than this situation, you're more than this situation, right? Like not all is lost. There are bigger, more important, grand things that you have yet to experience, and you're on your way to experiencing those things. What else? I mean, obviously the snake, right, or this type of image is prominent. I'm getting like layers, like glass, glass works, glass layers, paintings as well, images. I don't know if you see these in your mind or you see these in your environment, but when they're present, or when you know, right, that you're on the right path, or that somebody is helping you through, these are moments to pay attention to. If you see symbols or things that are glass, I don't know, like through glass, like see through glass. I don't know if you do like some sort of divination where you're looking through glass, or just the reflections of things, reflections of light, even your own reflection, at times. um I'm also getting like shadows, or moments where something is there, but it's translucent, right? Like, I don't know. I'm also at this point getting water too, so maybe working with water, scrying, using obsidian to also, like, if you want to communicate with this spirit guide more intentionally and consciously, I'm getting use divination in ways of scrying. Okay, get a bowl of water, a glass of water, or even, a flat, smooth obsidian crystal or something like that, and use that to see what comes through. I don't know if you've ever done that before. If you haven't, maybe you can try it and see how it feels to you, and see if there's something that you can get from that, from your spirit guide. But there is something like, just look to the other side. It feels like they're trying to tell you, like, try to look to the other side, try to meditate, or put yourself in a higher frequency, right? Like, go into the 4D, and you can meet them there if you're choosing to do this type of work. I know not just because you're listening to tarot doesn't mean that you do divination yourself, or it doesn't mean that you like to connect to the other side. I understand. But if you're interested in that, they will meet you there. They will come down. If you want to communicate with them, just tell them, right? Say it out loud, think it out loud. But it's not going to be just an instant thing. It's going to be more of, tell them you want to communicate, and then you have to do some sort of divination work to do that, right? And I'm also getting fire, like gazing into a flame may also help with this situation as well, because you are a fire sign. So okay, let's see. Let's go into your current situation. What is it that this spirit is helping you with at this time? Leo, please. Leo. Very similar, right? The world. Oh, there you are. Nice. Okay. So, Knight of Wands and the World. So you're eager and excited to get on with something. You're motivated, you're inspired, you have a fire under your belly, and it's just like, let's go, let's move through this thing. Let's transition. I think you know that there's transition up ahead, change, transformation coming, and even if it's going to change your entire world, I feel like you're ready for it. You're ready for this change. Maybe your life has felt a little stagnant thus far. There you go with the dry energy, cold, just not exciting, right? Like, There's the Page of Wands at the bottom. I think you've made a choice to move on from something here. I think something has just run its course. It could be like a literal place, a relationship, a job, but it could also just be your lifestyle, maybe how you feel about life so far, where your life is headed, things like that, that you just don't feel excited anymore. Like you don't feel alive. You don't feel like you have anything really to look forward to. And you just want to feel that again. And maybe you think like, okay, well, the best thing to do right now is to change, right? Maybe change your scenery, change your environment, change the group of people you're hanging out with, and see where that takes you and see how that works. But there has been a choice that's been made to go, to pack up and go. And this was not easy, obviously. The world here, even though you're excited, the world is still a big situation that's happening, right? It's still something that you have to brace yourself for, to prepare for, especially if you see it coming, which in this case, there's no indicators that you don't see it coming. In this case, I feel like you're choosing the world. You're choosing this ending so you can go off to this new beginning. And even though you may feel hesitant and you may feel like you have not been able to really make any like take any big steps, I think the spirit guide is helping you to realize that you are where you're supposed to be and that there's more for you. This urge, this tingle, this like non-stop thought or restless energy that you may have is something. It's your soul, is your spirit telling you like, okay, we got to go, we got to make a change, we got to make a move, like we cannot live like this any longer, whatever that looks like. I don't know. And so you may be hesitant, you may come up with some excuses and be like, but I can't do this because of A, B, C, D. And I think you're working through these excuses. I think that things are happening in your life and things are falling into place where the excuses are being, what's the word, shut down. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I can't do this because I don't have any money. Okay, well, next thing you know, you get the money you need. Next, right? What other excuse do you have? I can't do this because I don't have a car. Okay, well, somebody gives you a car, you get a ride there, or you don't need a car to do the thing, or however it looks. I can't do this because I need help. Okay, you get the help, right? So the excuses are being shut down by the universe, and this spirit guide is working really hard to help with that. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go into what what does spirit want you to focus on at this time that's best for you and this situation? What does spirit want you to focus on right now that'll help you through this big change and that you're going through? Ooh, guide, the illuminated path. Yeah, I think that they are definitely creating the path for you. Okay. And there's a need to be aware. There's a need to look at where and how this path is being created. And this is going to be right place, right time. This is going to be opportunities, the people coming through your support system, or you getting a lucky break on a situation, something like that. And you can't take that for granted. No matter how small it is. I do think that every little opportunity that's coming your way right now is a chance for you to create the path that you need to be on. And then you have the King of Cups. Yeah, I mean, the recognition and acknowledgement of your emotions and how things make you feel. So this is making me feel like you may be in a situation where you feel obligated, where you feel like you have a lot of history, time invested, money invested, and it's like, I have to be here, I have to do this, that maybe you forget about how it makes you feel. And I think that this spirit guide wants you to focus on, how do these situations make you feel? How do these people, like relationship dynamics, make you feel? The job that you're in, when you communicate and deal with your family members or your friends or whatever it is, right? Focusing on the feeling that you're getting. Is it depleting, right here with this 10 of Wands? Is it challenging? Is it tough? Is it difficult? Does it make you just want to like take a deep sigh and get away and rest? Is it just too much to handle, right? If yes, then that's not the path. When you feel overwhelmed, when you feel crappy in these situations, that is your indicator that this is not the path for you. Okay, go toward the feeling. That's the path. And that's what this spirit guide wants you to focus on. This spirit guide does not want you to be stressed out, to have any like uncertainty or fear. This spirit guide is trying to help you get out of feeling stuck because you're obligated, responsible, whatever. This spirit guide wants you to be free and follow your heart. And this is by following your heart, by doing what feels good to you, is creating the path that you need to be on. Okay, this is super important. This is what this guide needs you to be focusing on. Everything else will fall into place. Where you land, where you go, how the world is going to look once you make this change, it'll be okay. You don't have certainty right now, right? Things are a little bit up in the air. You're just getting up and going. Maybe you have like the next step, but you don't have the next 10 steps planned yet, and that's okay. As long as you're following what makes you feel good, and what's in your heart is what's the most important thing. Okay, so how is the spirit helping you? What does it look like? What is the spirit helping in the environment, in the surroundings? 5 of Cups. There's definitely some opportunity to work on your mental state, because our mentality feeds our emotions, right? I do think that it has to start there, and spirit is helping with putting you in situations where you can heal, you can rest your mind. I feel like this spirit is helping with opportunities so you could relax a little bit and make good decisions, make solid decisions. Here you have the Empress at the bottom, but Two of Pentacles twice. Just making like things easier by summoning in help, by putting you in the right place at the right time, by just like getting lucky breaks. Like maybe you think to yourself like you can't do something because your hours, let's just say, I'm giving an example, right? Like this is just an example. Let's say that you work so much, your schedule at work prevents you from focusing on making this big life change. And so it's like, okay, I want to do this. I want to move. I want to get away. I want to work on fixing this part of my life, but I work so freaking much, right? So how this spirit comes through is helping with the schedule, or helping reduce hours, or change the schedule, even like getting a lucky break. And maybe there's a opportunity to change your schedule in some way that'll free you up during hours that you need to be focused on stuff like this, right? Like there's so many different ways that spirit works. And like other people in this world are affected by us and we are affected by them. So they are working on the external circumstances simultaneously working with you, right? Does that make sense? So there's opportunities that come your way, and that's how they're helping reduce and relieve some of the stress that you have, to help you have like a more clearer mind to make decisions and to get a move on and do the thing that you need to do. All right. So Spirit wanted to tell you anything at all. What would they say? It does not have to do anything with this reading, but if this Spirit wants to tell you anything, what would it be? Leo, please. Message for the Leo from the Spirit. Oh, I love that. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Move around. Okay, that's a big thing. The feeling of being stuck. This is like full circle, because the Eight of Swords is the perspective, the perception that you cannot make a move, that you cannot do anything different, that you're stuck where you're at. So the message here is that you're not stuck. This is a mental blockage, okay? A mental construct that you're creating that makes you believe that you are, that makes you believe that your reality is one where you cannot get out of. And if you find yourself saying, I can't do it because of this, or it's not time, or I'll get in trouble, or, you know, like just any reason not to, when you find yourself making those excuses, like I'm saying, that is your indicator that you need to go. You need to do the opposite of that. Kindness, number 29. The energy of kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connections to Source. Spirit is telling you to be nicer to yourself. A lot of this stuff, like the Eight of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, this is sitting in energy where you're just bringing yourself down. There's a need to believe in yourself. There's a need to understand and acknowledge that you are love, that you are good. You're a good person. You're a good-hearted person. You deserve to live a life that you are loved, happy, joyful, positive, where there's light, where you feel free and you don't feel bogged down, you know, where you can create and express and use your senses and take in the beauty of this world. And you don't have to just be in this dry, cold, distant land all on your own, right? Be nicer to yourself. Give yourself some credit. Give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, learn to love yourself and to accept that you are you. You're unique. You're different. You are love. You're essentially part of this world, part of this universe. To feel together, to feel united and connected with Gaia, with Mother Earth, right? With all of the energy in the world. And not put yourself apart or set yourself apart thinking that you're not worth it. Okay? Because you're definitely worth it. And I think that the Spirit wants to help you with that. Like I said, a reclaiming of power and building a stronger heart. Therefore, you have more control and confidence of what you bring into this world and what you block out. And the authority to say that, to do that, because this is your life at the end of the day. Okay, so let's pull from the Seasons of the Witch. How can the Leo use this spooky season energy to the best of their ability, for the best of their situation? Transformation. Like 1,000 storms held in hands, soft against the winds, there is change arising from deep within. We already said that you're changing. I think a good place for a Leo to start is your look. Okay. You know, if you're feeling like you want a different external, it starts from the internal, right? But then I also think that there's power when it comes to your appearance, usually, right? Like, get dressed, change your wardrobe, you know, dress in ways that help with how you feel on the inside, right? Like, express it. I think that the Leo, which rules the 5th house, is very much about expression and creation. And one of the ways is their look and their body. And I think it would be fun to work with that. And maybe during Halloween, October 31st, this whole week, playing around with different looks or actually dressing up for Halloween or something like that. Like, have fun and let loose, you know, but also put together something amazing when it comes to your costume and your look. I think that that'll just help you distract yourself from all of this stuff, and it's going to build some confidence and some more excitement around the changes that are coming your way. It's going to help you have more fun, you know, go out, be social, show off, right? Like, just forget about what's happening, right? And on this day, on, you know, these few days, connect and love yourself some more and have fun with yourself, you know. What is this? Persecution, witch hunts, number 39. Yeah, it's like the identifying that you're not, what is this? Like, you don't have to punish yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have, just because you're moving away from this, maybe it was a relationship, or maybe it's your family, or just the life that you've built and cultivated. Like, it's okay to change. It's okay if this life is not resonating with you anymore. It's okay if you're being called to more different, you know, things that that excite you now, right? Like, you don't have to be punished. And if people are punishing you, then again, that's another indicator that you're not on the right path at that point, right? Those people are not part of your new path, you know. These way of thinking and these belief systems about, you know, punishing yourself because you're changing and you have to make a decision to do something different and blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't have to be negative. It can be empowering. It can be exciting. And you have this Knight of Wands here. So just release these ideas, right, that are probably stemming from your childhood and how you were raised. And it doesn't have to be like that. You can create and cultivate your own future, your own life. Okay. I hope this helps somebody. Click the like button. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Take a look at your rising sign, your moon sign, your partner sign. Have fun and be safe this spooky season. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.